Good Friday, everyone, and welcome to Conversation Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We made it to the end of another week, and can you guys believe we're halfway through the month of October already? Wowza, this month is flying by. But we're here with you guys today. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up. We have a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. And if you're looking to do some traveling during the fall and winter, travel expert Laura Begley Bloom joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show. We're going to talk about some great places to go, including somewhere that's literally close to my heart. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Friday headlines. In national news, January 6th panel subpoenas Trump for testimony on Capitol attack. The House January 6th committee voted unanimously on Thursday to subpoena Donald Trump, demanding the former president's personal testimony as it's unveiling new startling video from his closest aides describing his multi-part plan to overturn his 2020 election loss that resulted in the assault on the U.S. Capitol. We must seek the testimony under oath of January 6th central player, said Republican Representative Liz Cheney, the committee's vice chair. Trump is almost certain to fight the subpoena and declined to testify. On his social media outlet, he blasted members for not asking him to testify earlier, though he didn't say he would have, and called the panel a total bust. In the committee's 10th public session, just weeks before the congressional midterm elections, the panel summed up Trump's staggering betrayal of his oath of office. That was how Democratic Chairman Benny Thompson put it, describing Trump's unprecedented attempt to stop Congress from certifying Joe Biden's victory. With vivid new details and evidence, including from the former president's cabinet members and U.S. Secret Service, the panel showed Trump was told repeatedly by those around him that the election was over, yet he still orchestrated the far-reaching effort to stop Biden from taking office. Several former aides testified that Trump had said privately that he knew he had lost to Biden. In another striking new video, the panel showed previously unseen footage of congressional leaders phoning officials for help during the Capitol siege. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Leader Chuck Schumer can be seen talking to governors in neighboring states. Later it showed Republican leader Mitch McConnell and other GOP leaders as the group asked Trump's acting attorney general for help. They're breaking the law in many different ways, quite frankly, at the instigation of the President of the United States, Pelosi is heard saying at one point. "Do you believe this?" she exclaims. The video comes from a documentary being produced by Pelosi's daughter, according to two people familiar with the matter and granted anonymity to discuss it. Earlier, in never-before-seen Secret Service messages, the panel produced evidence that extremist groups provided the muscle in the fight for Trump's presidency, planning weeks before the attack to send a violent force to Washington. The Secret Service warned in a December 26, 2020 email of a tip that members of the right-wing Proud Boys planned to outnumber the police in a march in Washington on January the 6th. It felt like the calm before the storm, one Secret Service agent wrote in the group chat. The House panel warned that the insurrection at the Capitol was not an isolated incident, but a warning of the fragility of the nation's democracy in the post-Trump era. None of this is normal or acceptable or lawful in a republic, Cheney declared. There is no defense that Donald Trump was duped or irrational. No president can defy the rule of law and act this way in a constitutional republic. Period, she said. In more national news, High Court rejects Trump plea to step in the Mar-a-Lago case. The Supreme Court on Thursday rejected former President Donald Trump's plea to step into the legal fight over the FBI search of his Florida estate. The justices did not otherwise comment in turning away Trump's emergency appeal. Trump had pressed the court on an issue related to classified documents seized in the search authorized by a federal judge of Mar-a-Lago. The Trump team was asking the justices to overturn a lower court ruling and permit an independent arbiter or special master to review the roughly 100 documents with classified markings that were taken in the August 8th search of Mar-a-Lago. In more national news, Parkland school shooter spared from execution for killing 17. A jury spared Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz from the death penalty Thursday for killing 17 people at a Parkland high school in 2018, sending him to prison for the remainder of his life in a decision that left many family members of the victims angered, baffled, and in tears. Cruz, 24, pleaded guilty a year ago to murdering 14 students and 3 staff members and wounding 17 others at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School on February 14, 2018. The 3-month trial to determine whether he should be executed included graphic videos and photos from the massacre and its aftermath, heart-wrenching testimony from victims' family members, and a tour of the steel blood-spattered building. In more national news, an anchor again, Ted Koppel hosts show on U.S. divisions. At age 82, Ted Koppel is equipped to take the long view when discussing what divides Americans. The former Nightline anchor, now an occasional contributor to CBS Sunday Morning, takes over from Jane Pauley for the first time this weekend to host a special themed program on the topic. And finally, in business news, stocks mount biggest comeback in years. S&P 500 jumps 2.6%. Wall Street staged its biggest comeback in years on Thursday as stocks roared back from steep morning losses caused by a worse-than-expected report on inflation. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's on time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Friday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. No matter how dark the night might seem, always trust in the one that is able to bring all things into the light. That includes you and your future. Then go have an amazing Friday and enjoy your weekend. We have part of my conversation coming up with travel expert Laura Begley Bloom in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with Entertainment Spotlight. Looking to travel during fall and winter, travel expert Laura Begley Bloom joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about some places you may want to look at, including my home state of Mississippi. Is a bit of our conversation.
So, Laura, I think the thing is, just like with anything these days, I think planning is important. So where do we start if we are thinking about doing some fall traveling?
Well, first of all, I think you want to think about where you want to go and look to some amazing places. In fact, you are in Mississippi, and one of the best places on my book right now is the state of Mississippi. It really has everything that a traveler could want. There's incredible natural beauty, outdoor experiences, culinary delights, and hospitality. One of the things that I love about Mississippi is the Natchez Trace Parkway, which stretches for 444 miles from Natchez all the way to Nashville. And this is a biking trail. It's on the bucket list of so many cyclists because it goes through 4 ecosystems and 8 major watersheds. I also love the fact that Mississippi has so many charming and eclectic towns, places like Hattiesburg, where you can see more than 50 pieces of local art along a public art trail. There's also the signature culinary culture of Mississippi that draws people from all over the place who come for the fried chicken, for the catfish, for the barbecue, for the soul food, and also the tamales. The Delta is known for its tamales, and you can check them out along the Hot Tamale Trail. And you can get more info on all the things to do in Mississippi on visitmississippi.org.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning into this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back guys on Mondays, more news, message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. So let's go make it a great one.